Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. India have elected to field first against Pakistan in the final of the Under-19 Asia Cup at the ICC Dubai. The green shirts are off to a decent start with the bat against the arch-rivals. Usman Khan and Sameer Minhas look to stitch a big partnership after Hamza Zohor's dismissal. India will be high in confidence after beating Pakistan by a comprehensive 90-run margin in the group stage. Mitchell Starc claimed 3 wickets as Australia wrap up an 82-run victory on Day 5 of the third Ashes Test at Adelaide Oval, securing an unassailable 3-0 lead in the series. Chasing a world record 435, England fought into the second session, but were bowled out for 352, with Scott Boland taking the final wicket. The loss marks England's 4th straight Ashes defeat in Australia after just 3 tests, extending their poor run to 16 losses in their last 18 matches down under. At least 9 people have been killed and 10 wounded after armed men opened fire at a licensed tavern in the Beckersdale township near Johannesburg. The attack occurred just before 1 a.m. local time, when about 12 suspects arrived in vehicles and shot at patrons before fleeing the scene. Police have launched a manhunt for those responsible. The United States has intercepted an oil tanker in international waters off the coast of Venezuela, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed, days after President Donald Trump announced a blockade on all sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving the country. It marks the second such interception in recent weeks, as the US ramps up military presence in the region. Noem said the tanker had last docked in Venezuela, stressing that Washington would continue targeting illicit oil shipments used to fund narco-terrorism. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has said that any armed intervention in Venezuela would be a humanitarian catastrophe, warning it would set a dangerous global precedent. Speaking at a Mercosur summit in southern Brazil, Lula criticized escalating US pressure on Caracas, including President Donald Trump's order to block sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers, and echoed calls for restraint alongside Mexico's leadership. Michaela Benthaus, a 33-year-old German aerospace and mechatronics engineer at the European Space Agency, has become the first wheelchair user to travel beyond the Kármán line, the widely recognized boundary of outer space. Benthaus flew aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard capsule, launching from near Van Horn, Texas. The mission, NS-37, marked Blue Origin's 16th suborbital space tourism flight, highlighting the company's goal of expanding access to space beyond traditional astronaut profiles. 7 elephants have been killed and 1 injured after a Delhi-bound train struck a herd in Assam's Hojai district. The collision occurred at a site not designated as an elephant corridor. Despite the pilot applying emergency brakes, the elephants moved toward the train, leading to the derailment of the locomotive and 5 coaches. No passengers were injured. Rail services on the affected section have been diverted as restoration work continues. Meanwhile, Ukraine says its drones have struck a Russian oil rig belonging to Lukoil in the Caspian Sea and a military patrol ship near a rig, as Kyiv steps up attacks on Moscow's oil infrastructure. The attack is one of a string of strikes targeting Russian drilling infrastructure in the Caspian Sea in recent weeks, but the first one that the Ukrainian military acknowledged officially. According to the Ukrainian military, a drilling platform of the Filanovsky oil rig was damaged in the attack. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.